What's poppin', Rob Television? Welcome back to another reaction with your boy. As you can see by the title, man, yes, I'm back with another Larry Legend reaction video. Now, guys, I have been doing some I ain't gonna say crazy research. I just hopped on there today and I just was trying to find some videos to react to, and I forgot I have found a couple other channels. Well, they came from crazy research, so I ain't gonna shortchange myself, man. I done some crazy research and I found a lot of other different Larry Bird videos. Now, some of these videos might be titled the same, but these are not the same videos. Now, they might have some of the same clips in there, and I'm hoping we're gonna find some new clips. But the only way we're gonna take a risk of finding new clips is reacting to videos that we've already seen, because they probably might have new clips mixed in there. So some of these clips I know we've seen, so bear with me, but we're gonna find some new ones. I'm also gonna be coming to you guys with some other reaction videos. They're gonna be Larry Bird videos, but they might be like 5 minutes, not the normal, but I'm gonna make sure I'm coming at you because I found a whole bunch of new ones. But this is a video, NBA Legends explain how confident Larry Bird was. And I know I've done a couple of videos similar to this, but this is not a repeat of those videos, just to let you guys know. But before we get into this video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell to be notified on all things Rob Television. Let's check it out. All right, you guys, do me a big favor, man. Before you get into this video, if you haven't already, man, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. All the links will be down in the description. And if you wasn't notified on this from my previous videos, I also have a PayPal, just in case you guys want to donate, whatever the amount is. It don't matter. It could be 50 cents. You know what I mean? If you want to donate that, make sure you show me some love on that. PayPal link will be in the description as well. All my links for everything is in the description, man. Make sure y'all show that some love. Let's get into this video.
We're playing Phoenix, and we're way ahead, okay? When we're down in the old Saddle Dome that they had outside. And Larry, we're playing good as a team. Larry has the worst fourth quarter known to man. I mean, he's throwing the ball to the other team. I'm like, good Lord, we had like a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, we're down 2. And I'm like, oh, how in the world are we going to lose this game? And Larry says, I'm going to bust the play. I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like, Birdie, it's just getting to overtime. I'm going to Robert. Robert, we need to get into overtime, man. Try to get this ship right because we're sinking, man. So, Larry not only tells me that, he walked by the bench and says, typical Birdie, just real slow, fixing to bust a 3 on your guys and go home. And so he breaks the play.
Maxwell waits. Maxwell gets it to Bird. Bird turns and shoots, and
Larry hits it. He looks at the bench and goes,
not only does he hit this 3 and make the 3, if it was a standard 3, no problem. But he hits and makes a running 3. That's greatness, man.
The bench and goes, told you so. That was Birdie. He had the confidence, man. That dude had so much confidence. He talked to the coaches. He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
So we playing him in the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over that corner. He said, they're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out. He said, I'm going to curl right over. And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ,
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, the man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a 3, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
We had a 3-point contest at the All-Star break, and Larry walks in and says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this. Excuse me? And he started shooting, and he just didn't miss.
He was in that 3-point contest?
Larry was the originator of getting in your face and talking trash. And then you sit there and you go, this guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast, he's slow, but he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, you can't stop me. And I looked at him and I said, gosh, boy, you're so confident. He goes, confident? You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. The coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
Brad Daugherty told me the story
when
he was like second year in the league, and they were in the playoffs against the Celtics. Down 1, Larry Bird catches the ball in the deep corner, and he steps back for a 3. And before he takes the 3, he's like, oh, wow, he's going for the win. He's not going for the tie. And so Brad Daugherty runs out, and he head fakes him. And as he head fakes him, now it's 3-2, he hits him on the butt with the ball, and then he shoots it at the buzzer. And the confidence that hit him on the butt as he flew by him trying to block a shot, I'm like, there's no more confidence.
I remember we were playing.
One thing that really stands out to me about Bird, and it's confident, of course, is a lot of people are probably capable at making some of these shots and doing some of the things that Bird did, but the thing of the fear of failure hindered a lot of people from taking those chances and doing some of the things that Bird did. Because Bird just didn't care. Bird was like, man, I'm willing to do all this and still miss the shot, and hey, I'll come back next game and try it again. A lot of people, they do all that, miss a shot, like their careers might be over. Bird just was like, man, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, how I want to do it, and if it worked, it's going. His mindset, it's gonna work. But if it happens to fail, the next game is gonna work.
Washington in Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot, and I'm going to kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot in the Celtics winner. Boy, this is something else. Incredible.
If you're on the opposite team, you just can't do it, but just shake your head.
Know, but talk to the other team like this, says, I'm going to stick it in your face.
We do have video of this. It lasted about 9 days, as a matter of fact.
Yes, it did. This was me getting 56 there against Detroit.
That's something you don't see often right there, was a skinny Quinn Buckman.
And there I go, getting 56, feeling pretty good about myself. And it was 9 days later. As a matter of fact, towards the end of the game, Larry came up to me and said, I said, I'm going to come out. It was a minute and a half or 2 minutes ago in the game. Larry said, were you crazy? I said, I'm had enough, man. We're ahead. And he goes, if I get that hot, I'm not stopping. Well, 9 days later, he got that hot. I said, you stopping? He said, no.
At the end of one of the trips, he had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media, too, we were all standing around waiting to leave. He said, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
What a performance by Bird.
And just hearing this is another reason why you knew Larry Bird was so great, because his teammates never disputed him on things. Like, even with him saying he gonna play the game left-handed, I would have been thinking, if I'm his teammate, like, because I'm pretty sure I've seen him do it several times in practice, but I would have been thinking, like, hold up, wait, you gonna play this game left-handed? Like, bro, we need to, like, we don't need you playing around. We need you to be, to be on your P's and Q's. But they had that confidence in him as well. They just say, man, that's Bird. He gonna let him do what he do. We gonna still win.
End of 3 quarters, the next night in Portland against poor Jerome Kersey. He had 27 points left-handed. And it was a remarkable performance.
Oh man, Larry was so confident, so extremely confident.
Larry said, "You guys want to win the game?" Everybody said, "Sure, yeah, absolutely." He goes, "Give me the ball and get out of the way."
They say, "Hey, son, you starting tonight against Larry?" And I was like, well, "I'm all for it, though." So the X-Man, he didn't play. He had a sore knee. But my point to you is this: Larry gave me 50 and 3 quarters.
Oh my!
He was hitting everything.
Finish him.
To me the whole entire game.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he asked me to jump ball. He said, "You the cat that broke all my records in high school, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He goes, "Yeah, you're the one that used to dunk my brother too, right? Eddie." And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "I got you tonight." So every shot he was calling, at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, "When I get down to the other end, I'm going to pump face you, get a hand one on you, look at you, go off the glass." That's how cold Larry Bird was.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him, he tells me, he says, "Fly, Bird." And I go right by him, he shoots the ball. It's nothing but nine.
I got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. He walks down to me. "Man, I'm sorry you're not playing." But he said, "I'm going to tell you what. Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay?" And I'm like, "Man, get out of my face, man. I want to hear that. That's Celtics and the Lakers." Every time he hit one, he look at me.
I remember the time when Larry got on the roll, started shooting the ball. Every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone.
I guess the 2-pointer was too close.
When he ran by the bench, he goes, "That's a heat check." just see how hot I am. Right? It runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the
Blew a
league.
kiss at him.
And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, "Hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me?" He goes, "So nobody out here can." Frank looked down at the bench and goes, "No."
He was a basketball genius. He'd be a step ahead, a thought ahead, play the game like a chess game. I'd much rather guard Michael Jordan than Larry Bird because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing him. You have to get inside his mind. Larry wasn't quick, couldn't jump really high, but there was just some sleepless nights.
Bird takes the pop. It's gone. He made a bet with the trainer of the New York Knicks, and before the game, we were out shooting Larry and I were shooting threes before the game, and Larry, he said, "Hey, I'll bet you $20 you can't bank one in like that in the game." And Larry goes, "You're on." And so the game proceeds, and we're we get ahead by about 20 points the fourth quarter. Our bench comes in the game, and all of a sudden, you know, the Knicks are starting to creep back in the game, but it still feels like we have the game under control. And the trainer for the Knicks looks down at me and, you know, says, like, get Larry his attention. He sends him the sign, like, "You owe me $20. You never banked in a three-pointer." And Larry goes, "Crap, I can't believe I forgot that," you know. And so sure enough, the game gets down to 7 points, I think it was, and Casey Jones puts the starters back in the game. And within the first 2 or 3 possessions, Larry gets a shot on the corner and banks in a three-pointer. At that stage of the game.
If he was a smart man and he really truthfully loved his money, he wouldn't have said nothing until the game was over with. Why would you remind Bird of that while it's still time left on the clock? Come on, man. It's just not smart, buddy.
Game. I could see it with a 20-point lead, but I got so many of the confident stories like that, but that's just, he cared more about that $20 bet than he did.
Oh, yeah. He was so cheap. I could just imagine. I didn't want to owe him $20.
Or he'd say, "Danny, give me the ball," or "DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here." Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
The ball went to Larry, and Isaiah was all out of whack. He had the ball at three-point range. He goes, hey, who's guarding me? Everybody looked around. He just stood there, held the ball, and Isaiah said, he ran out there and just shot it, three-pointer. Too late.
They called a timeout. He said, "You know I'm going to get it." And I said, "I know, I'm going to be waiting."
And during the timeout, I'm going for a play, and I said, "All right, this is what I'm going to run. All right, then you get the ball, you go over here, and you pass to Kevin, then you go to the corner, and Robert, you come over." Then about that time, Larry steps in and says, "Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way?" Now, after the timeout, we walk back on the court, and Larry's going down to his position, so he tells Xavier, he says, "I'm getting the ball."
Yeah, he said, "I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face."
10 seconds. 5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. 2 seconds on the clock.
And you know, he was like, "I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock." I walked back to the left sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird, just phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time.
Do you remember? Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night.
This story never gets old, man.
That was a tough night, man. You know, the biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me. You know?
But nobody was guarding.
Well, we were trying.
You were trying.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and, you know, Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he's like, he literally says, left side, across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
But, okay, so you guys got Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever, because back then you didn't have, you know, you watched the real game and just went, you know, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept, not the shot, he just kept rewinding it,
showing the guys. You remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
I bet they did piss their coach off.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. So it
wasn't somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. And it was.
I think Bird went by the bench one time too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, "Off the glass into the trainer."
Bird just used to be calling some stuff, man.
And so it was a bad night.
But you know, he always talked trash. I remember he talked trash against us, talked trash with against everyone else. But you know, the difference is he could back it up. He could back it up. You know, I remember, you know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this.
Still Curry range?
And you know, a lot of my friends was like that. You know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, you know, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. He can, whatever you were saying for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody.
So your guys are saying, how can you let this guy?
Oh, he's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
That's facts. It wasn't just certain people. Everybody got that treatment when it came to Bird. But as you guys can see, man, that is it for this video, man. If you did enjoy this video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell, notified on all things Road Television. On all things on Rob Television. I'm here to say Road Television, but I was thinking in my head, but I was saying something different with my mouth. I was thinking, I guess now since I've hit 2K, I can say Road to 3K.